Okay. Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Annie, broadcasting from my house in Ho Chi Minh City. Welcome to the live stream of the Hobbit today. With the topic is top excuses in learning English. And on this live stream tonight, we have a special guest. This is Thomas, who is our content contributor for the topic community, and also my former teacher in self-improvement course. Hi, teacher Thomas. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Yeah, it's good. Really good.
I'm right now in Mang Den in Vietnam, and here is rainy heavily. So, so all day
I
was
really miss Mandarin.
all day was okay. Just now is rainy heavily. So today we'll talk about this very important aspect and the issue that we have in education and in learning a language or learning everything in life, like a new skill, a new ability. So more or less, we have problems, we have issues in when we try to learn a new skill, a new language, and of course, here is about English. Those excuses sometimes they are like justified. Sometimes they are just excuses. For example, because we are lazy or something. So I think that it's important to try to understand how to approach with those kind of excuses because they can like be an obstacle in our learning. So it's important to know how to deal with. So we will have a chat together as a friends as usual. So we will share our own experiences because I'm not English. I'm not English speaker, native speaker. I'm Italian, so I have to deal the same problem you dealt in your life, and we try to share our experiences. So, what about you? Tell me. You can tell me a bit about your experience. Do you easily find excuses when you try to learn a language or a new skill to justify your lack of persistence?
Yeah, thank you, teachers. That honestly, when you ask me to discuss this topic, first of all, I don't really get the meaning clearly. So I try to find the definition of the what is the excuses. So I saw that excuse is a reason or explanation put forward to defend or justify a foul or offenses. So in my case, it's often easy for me to find the reason for the lack of my perseverance. So my first reaction to learn a new skill was fear. I often feel afraid of something new or afraid to face challenges. Of course, the NCSD level will go up from low to high, but I think fear is my biggest obstacle to persisting in learning a new skill.
Yeah. So this is, I think, it's a very common problem for everybody. So, do you have like top excuses in your life when you try to learn a language or something?
Yes, specific in my English learning, I usually have a top main excuses. So my main excuses are usually that I don't have the time or I don't have motivation to learn English. Or sometimes I will do that. I think that I don't have the suitable method of learning English. Maybe sometime I will think about that I don't have a friend or a combination to learn together. So I feel discouraged from doing it. So teacher, did you also face those kind of issues? And what are your top excuses?
Yeah, of course, of course. Like everyone, I face those kind of issues in learning. Uh, well, I can share you my recent experience because, as you know, right now I am in Vietnam. and I'm trying a bit to learn your really difficult language. So this is a very fresh experience I have about that. So of course it's very difficult to learn Vietnamese because I think it's one of the most difficult language in the world. So my top excuse right now is that this language is too hard and too difficult to learn. But then I reflect more about this. I was thinking twice about this, and I said, okay, but there are easy language to learn in the world. Well, English is supposed to be the easiest language in the world, maybe, because according to what all the people say that English is not very difficult language. It's very simple. But I'm sure if I ask to a Vietnamese, maybe they will disagree, right? So
Yeah,
this is
absolutely.
so you have also the same problem. Maybe I'm facing with Vietnamese, you have with English. So it's important to understand this. It's really important that it's depending of our point of view. It's depending from our perspective. So for something that is easy for me can be difficult for you. So it's depending on our talent, our ability. So something can be easy, something can be difficult. So there are no easy things or difficult things in life, but it's depending from our perspective. So something that we can easily do is something we can't. So it's anyway, this is my main excuse right now about Vietnamese language. Yeah.
Okay. So why do we find excuses? Is there any physiological reason?
Yeah, of course, in my opinions, we find when we find excuses, it's for many reasons. The first one is that we are not enough motivated to learn
Yeah.
something, so we don't have that fire that we need to learn something. I can give you. So it's like we have to give that energy to overcome all difficulties and all problems, all obstacles that we have in life. So of course we need that motivation. Because as we know, learning process is very long process. It's very long term. So let's think about learning English. Uh, for some people, it takes a lifetime to learn English because every day we can improve. Every day we can learn a new word, improve our vocabulary. So of course, it requires a lot of time. So in that case, it's important to have the right motivation. So the excuse is that psychological trick that the mind use to not feel regret or guilty to not have accomplished our goal. It's like it's not me. It's not because I cannot learn English. It's because it's too difficult, or it's because I don't have time, or other reasons. So we need those excuses to feel less guilty, like to not feel lazy. So it's not my fault. It's for another reason. Uh, so that is the psychological reason why we find excuses. Because we need to not feel guilty. It's like we give responsibilities to somebody else, to a problem. It's not my fault. It's because. So the mind can be very tricky sometimes. So it's better don't trust, don't trust it. Don't trust the mind. There are other reasons, of course. Laziness, for example. We don't really believe we can change. We don't really believe we can change ourselves. So we don't have enough confidence about ourselves. I'm not able to do it. I cannot do it, and this is really prevent us to learn something. So it's important to have this confidence in learning. Uh, and another excuse is that we don't find we still didn't find the right methods, or maybe we didn't find the right teacher who is suitable for us. So this is also important. Um, anyway, it's important to know how to approach to all of those excuses. We will talk about that later. Now, I'm interested to know about your experience, of course. So I'm sure you face those problems many times. So do you
Yeah.
succeed to overcome this problem, and how you did it?
Mm, yeah, actually, I haven't really gotten overcome this issue yet. You know that because when you asked me to be the host, I also asked you why choose me because I'm not confident with my English, right? So
Yeah.
you told me that I can do it, but I don't really believe in myself. I don't believe in my ability. So I think in my case, in my experience, sometimes I get some small gains in overcoming procrastination by joining small community groups that I will share the same goals as myself and working with them. I mean that I have to follow the rules of the group and ask myself to do it every day together with everyone. So maybe when I follow the rules and do with someone, I can uh, I can have enough the percent
Persistence.
perseverance,
Yeah,
yeah, to
perseverance.
ask myself
Perseverance.
to
Yeah.
work, yeah, for a long time to improve my skill. Although now I still work, I still learning, I still improving my skill, but I think I gained a little overcoming. So I think it's have a little over motivation like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can see that many people rarely find excuses in their lives. What is their secret? So what do you
Yeah.
think?
If they have secrets, we have to ask to them. Well, actually, I think it's seriously. It's depending, in my opinion, of course, it's depending on their personality sometimes, because some people, for some reason, they are very determined, ambitious, work oriented, diligent. So is they have like this mindset, this personality. This can come from their personality, or maybe can come from the educational background they had. For example, it's depending of your family, your parents, your school. So it's like your educational environment when when we grow up. So it's like they have like a fertile ground where they became more determined. So it can be because of the personality, can be for educational environment, uh, or maybe because they have like a clear vision about the future, about the goal they want to achieve. So it's like when you know what you like, it's easier to get, right? So it's
Yes,
important that, in my opinion, one of the secret is this: to have clear knowledge about yourself, about what you like. If,
yeah,
for example, I like pizza, so it's very easy for me to know what I want to do in my future. So I can be very determined. I will not waste time. So I will every day practice making pizza, different kind of pizza, check recipes on YouTube, whatever. So it's important to know what you like. Of course, if you talk about learning English, is like you know what you want from English, because many people they learn a language for different reasons. For example, you want to become for improve your career, or because you want to travel, or because you want to find a boyfriend, a girlfriend. So
18 giờ
it's
mà
about that, to have a clear
nhanh dữ
vision
mẹ.
what you want. So this can make the difference, and this can give you the right passion to learn something. So in my recipe, or the secret I want to share with you, is this one: to find the right uh, goal for you, what really is suitable for you, what you need. um, and of course it's important also to find the right method, or the right teacher. This is another important aspect, because sometimes maybe we have motivation, but our method is not the most suitable for us. So after a long time, we have problem. I can share you about my experience in English. Um, so I really improved my English when I started to watch movies, because that was the suitable method for me. So then when I found what I really like, so I like to watch drama movie that talk about life, because I love to know real stories. I'm fascinated about real stories. That's why I travel. Then I find something really is suitable for me, and then that's why I can improve my English, because I enjoy to learn English. So it's important. The secret is to find the right method, because if you find the right method, then you struggle less. It's like you don't have to struggle. It's just enjoy. It's like when you play, you enjoy playing a music instrument, or when you meet with your friends, like we did together in Saigon, when we had the pizza together last week. Well, 2 weeks ago, I don't remember when was it.
Yeah,
It
two
was
weeks
really
ago.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
So time go very fast in Vietnam. So when you enjoy to do something, then you don't struggle, and you enjoy. So find the right method, find what you really like. Uh, so method, it means the way you learn a language. If it's boring for you, study grammar. You shouldn't focus too much on grammar. You should find another way. If, for example, you like more to have a conversation with somebody, you can find people to have conversation to practice. You can find a teacher. You can find a chat on internet. You can meet foreigners in Saigon, in everywhere in Saigon. It's easy to find foreigners. So this is important. Yeah.
yeah. I think that because in my case, because I'm too busy in my job, so I uh, I drop my group. I have two group in every week to practice English with everyone.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
because I always finish my work at 8 p.m., so I cannot join the that group. So I think that because I don't have enough time to practice in a group, but I think that I can choose to practice English in another way, like I can listen English, just listen English. Maybe I cannot practice with everyone, but I think I think I will make English like a habit. So
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe it's not improve at all, but it's will keep it uh in English every day,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's about experiment different ways, different method, especially because some people self-study. As in your case, you don't have enough time to study, so you cannot study in the school, or you cannot go abroad to have a long vacation for learning. So we have to explore new ways to learn. So you can watch movies, you can listen songs, different ways. So we find the right method, which is, as I said before, suitable for us. In that way, we don't find excuses, because we enjoy. So usually excuses, they come from when we don't like to do something. So for example, I have to go to gym because I want to lose weight, and we don't go to the gym because, oh, it's so boring for me, it's so hard for me, and then we say I have no time, or I don't know. any kind of excuse we can find. So it's the real reason is because we don't enjoy to do it. Well, let's suppose,
Yeah.
to give you an example, let's suppose you have a girlfriend, no, a girlfriend, girl that you like in the gym. So if
Okay.
you go to the gym, you meet that girl. So you have a lot of motivation to go. I'm sure you will not find any excuse. You will go every day to the gym. So this is important to know about excuses. Is there something that we are not passionate enough to do it? That's why we find excuses. Of course, I don't say that. I don't mean that all the excuses are fake. Many of those excuses that are completely right. They are not just like because we don't want to feel guilty. They are right. For example, in your case, you have no time. It's true. You don't have time. You don't have time to do that. But I can assure you that if you really want to do something, you will find the time because it's depending how much is important for you. So if you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, or child, I'm sure you will find time for your child. You will find time for your
Yeah.
child for sure. So it's about the motivation. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But mm, I think sometimes with the kind of person like me, sometimes I really lazy, so I cannot work independent. I need someone to ask me to do it, or
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to follow the rules. So I think one time I work is I have the improvement, like because I have for 3 week 3 week 3 months to practice English every day. I need to challenge myself every day and give the homework with the teacher in time. If I don't, I will have to pay money for that. So I think because I'm
Commitment.
scared to lose my money, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I try my best to do it in time. And I think after that course, my English is improved, really improved, like
Yeah.
better than me like before
Yeah.
I joined that course.
Yeah.
But I think if someone lazy like me, they just
Yeah.
do it like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
This will work.
Yeah. Of
Yeah.
course. Of course, some people's lazier than others. Yeah. So that happened. Yeah.
Yeah. So how we can avoid this trap? How we can learn English with the right approach, teacher?
Okay. So the first thing that we need to know is to be aware about it, about the excuses that we find. So if I find an excuse to learn a language, to learn English, for example, I need to be aware of it. Because if I'm not aware that is this an excuse, I cannot solve the problem. So the first point is about to know about the mind trick. The mind trick that sometimes the mind trap us. So it means the mind say, "Oh, I cannot learn English because it's too difficult." Okay, so this is the mind trick. The real reason because you're lazy. So this is important aspect. We need to be free of the mind trick. This is the first step. The second is the accept of the reality, the acceptance of reality for what it is, and not using the reality as an excuse before we cannot do something. So I will give you some example to be more clear. Otherwise, it will be too abstract, too theoretical. So the point is this that we have to focus on how we can do it rather how we cannot do it. I give you some example. Let's suppose we are on the beach, okay, and we are play volleyball on the beach. Do you like play volleyball?
No, I don't like volleyball.
So
I'm lazy, right? I don't want to have activity like in outside, outdoor.
Okay. So I choose the wrong person for the example. Okay, but you can have the clear picture about it. So
Yeah,
let's imagine that we are on the beach and we are playing volleyball, and on the beach we have the sun. The sun goes into the eyes, and we have the wind. The wind also can move the ball, right? If the ball fly from one part or the other of the net, can be the direction can be moved from the wind. Also, we are on the sand, so when we move, it's not easy to move because we walk on the sand. So we have many problems. So here we have two different teams. One team say, "Oh, I cannot play well today because the sun, the right sun going to my eyes, and I'm blind, I cannot see." And the other player say, "I cannot jump because of the sand." And the other player say, "Oh, the wind moved the direction of the ball," and they lose. They lose
yeah,
the match. Okay, the other team, you know what he do? He say, "Okay, there is the sun, so I put my hand between the ball and the sun to protect my eyes until the ball come close to me, and then I, I hit the ball." The other one says, "Okay, there is the wind. I will try to calculate the wind." Okay, there is the wind. You can calculate the wind. It's like when you play golf. Before you strike the ball, you see how much is strong the wind. So according to the wind, you put more strength on your hit. So you see, you have problem, but you can solve the problems. It's depending
yeah,
if you find the problem as an excuses or not. That's what I meant when I said we have to accept the reality. We cannot use reality as an excuse. I cannot learn English because it's difficult. In this case, we're sure you will not learn a language. Um, I will find another example, very recent, about my stay here in London. I was in a cafe playing guitar. Do you know how to play guitar? Do you
yes,
know how to play guitar? Yeah. So I was playing guitar, and there was a boy who can sing very well. Yeah, he loves music. He's like an artist. So we were talking together, and I said to him, "You should learn guitar because you are very music oriented. You are talented. You like music. Why you have to depend on somebody who play guitar for you?" Because he looking for play very old songs. I cannot play because I didn't know. So I say, "I'm sorry, I don't know this song. I'm sorry, I don't know this song." That's why I suggested to him to learn guitar. And you know what he said to me? He said, "Oh, don't have a good memory."
mm-hmm.
And I said to him, "What? Your English is amazing because you're speaking an amazing English. It's not true that you have no memory. Otherwise, you cannot learn English." And then he said another excuse and another excuse. And because he's younger than me, so I treat him like an older brother, and I said to him, "Excuses. Those are just excuses." So this is important to know about that. So, and the third thing is important to be patient. You need to be
Yes,
patient, to have patience. As I said before, a learning process is very long-term process. It can take a lifetime even, or years. So it's about we don't have to be too much impatient. We want to easily learn, fast learn. Okay, so just we need to be relaxed more. So if we have a problem, we don't have to turn that problem into an excuse to not learn, but just deal the problem. And like before I said, the people were playing on the volleyball beach. They have a problem, but they find solution. So it's important, is about that learning process is a very long-term process. Need to be patient, need to have patience. So it's about also feedback, right? Learning. You make something wrong, you say something wrong, especially pronunciation. Pronunciation is a very big issues for Vietnamese people. I know very well
Yeah.
that. So Vietnamese struggle a lot with that. So how can we learn? How we can improve if we don't make mistakes? Well, when we make mistakes, it's a chance for us to correct ourselves. If we have somebody who help us to correct us, to give us the right pronunciation, we can learn. It's about learning process, about failures, learning process about up and downs. So someday you speak very well, the other day is what happened? Why today is I'm so shitty? What happened to me? So maybe you're just tired. Maybe you're just tired. So it's up and down, up and down all the time. So in that way, in that case, patience is essential. Uh, and the last the last thing is important to have the right approach, as your question is of course to have and to find the right goals and the right motivation, as I said before. So what about you? Do you have like the main reason why did you learn English? Do you learn English for a specific goal or reason, or you learn English because you want to just improve yourself, your skills? What was your
Actually, I when I learn English, I just want to speak it. I want to speak English like a native speaker. I don't have exactly reason. I just want to do it. I want to talk. I want to speak. I want to sing a song by English like this. But when I go to work, I think that English is really how to say, it's really neat in my job, and
is
I
essential?
cannot.
Is essential.
Yeah,
Essential.
essential. Um, like I think that English is maybe we think it's really hard, really difficult, but I think sometimes it's really simple. Maybe with the a person who don't have more vocabulary, or they can make a fully sentences, but if they speak English and the other person can understand them, so I think it's work. Like one of my friend in Mandarin, when I learn in Mandarin, I met a girl, a young girl. She don't speak English too well, but when she speak just one word, word by word, but everyone can understand and everyone enjoy it. So I think this she also improve her in English. And like me, sometimes I feel fear to speak English in public. Or I think I care about what the other people think about my English. So I don't want to speak. So I think that in maybe in our mother language, we will choose the people to suitable to talk together. So maybe when we speak English, I think it's also work with if we choose a good partner to practice together, to talk together, because sometimes when I speak, like I speak with my friends, with you, I can speak more, but when I speak with another person from like New Zealand, I cannot I cannot communicate with him because we have different culture. We don't have the same topic to practice to speak together. So I think we need to choose to have a environment to practice English, or to have a friend to do it together. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Mm,
in the beginning, I think it's really important that because for many people, some people is very shy, or some people
yeah,
is like embarrassed. So they need in the beginning that for some of my students, their main problem was this one because they didn't have the courage to speak in English. They didn't have. They feel like they thought they sounds like funny, so they were scared to talk in English because they think people will laugh at them. So in the
yeah,
beginning, this is important. So what is the point? Is to increase our self-confidence, and then slowly we can open our range and just talk to everybody, to New Zealand, to British, to American, whoever. So we always to remember this, that languages is a communication. So it's made to communicate. Unless you are a writer, you want to write literature, but it's not our case. We don't want to write book in English, at least now. Maybe we'll do later. So it's communication. So the point, the goal is to communicate. It doesn't matter if you communicate correctly, grammarly correct, your grammar is correct or not. The point is that your message is received, is understood from the other speaker. So that is the point. It doesn't matter if you make mistakes on pronunciation. It doesn't matter if you make mistakes on grammar. That is the point. Of course, we always have to try to improve our skills in English, pronunciation, grammar, listening, speaking. We have to improve. But the point is to be able to communicate. That is the starting point. Who cares about mistakes? As I told you before, if we have no mistakes, we cannot learn. Mistakes is
yeah.
an essential part in the learning process. So we have to be like relaxed. Yeah, but I understand about people is very shy. What about me? When I speak Vietnamese, they all the people laugh because in
Oh,
Vietnamese
because I think it's cute.
it's cute.
Your
Yeah,
pronunciation, yeah, it's cute because I know that Vietnamese is really hard to learn, but
yeah,
when you speak it, it's really cute. So we laugh, not because you make mistake.
yeah. I know, I know. That's why I speak
Yeah.
Vietnamese, because I want people is happy. I want to make people
Mm,
happy. That's why I speak Vietnamese. Yeah. So yeah, I think for today it's enough, right? We said more or less
yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Okay. I think it's enough for today. Okay. Thank you, teacher, for your valuable
My
sharing,
pleasure.
and thank you all guys. We looking forward to seeing you again next time. Same Hobbit channel, same Hobbit time. And please remember to like, comment, and share this on all your platforms you use. Okay. Bye, teacher.
Thank you, Annie. Thank you very much for accepting my invitation, and good
Yeah,
job.
my pleasure.
Good job.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye
See
bye.
you.
Bye.